Hey guys, welcome back. Glass Moon Gaming, another music reaction for you today. And it's Friday, and normally that would mean it's time to reveal who won this week's poll. But I'm an idiot, and I forgot to even post the poll for this week. No worries though, as luck would have it, I have it covered. It just so happened to be, maybe fate was on my side, that we actually had 2 donation requests that came in after I forgot to put up the new poll. So that's what we're going to take care of today. The first request comes from a super thanks donation. That's the little heart under some of my videos that show up, or it says like share, and there's a little heart that says thanks. That's a super thanks donation. He requested the song Supervillan by Hagane. He went on to describing these ladies as possibly the next big band, or the next big thing. So he's never let me down on any of the suggestions he's provided throughout this channel's history. So I'm excited to see this one for sure. I'm not going to reveal him because I forgot to ask him if he wanted it to be revealed and who he was. I'll let him come up and decide who he was. But I thank him for this donation. And here we go. If you have a reaction request and want it pushed to the front of the line, or you'd like early access to videos and other exclusive content, join us on Buy Me a Coffee and help support the channel. Simply click the link in the description below, find out all the details of what we have to offer. Regardless of what you choose, everyone's support is greatly appreciated. Finally, don't forget to show your support by liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and leaving any suggestions in the comment section below. All of that helps our channel grow. Let's get to it. The link to the original will be in the description below. All right, here we go. Hagane Supervillan. That synth is there is so interesting. All right, let's talk about that just for a big right now. That synth that they have going on in the background is pretty damn interesting. Makes the song have a really like industrial type feel to it that is obviously like pop progressive metal at this point. And I like the effect they have on her voice. It gives that a nice feeling to the song as well. It gives that whole section of the song its own little feel. And then the transition into the, I'm going to guess it's either the chorus or the pre-chorus. I'm going to guess pre-chorus. They take that effect off and we get her nice clean vocals. And I liked what I heard in that short little bit. Everyone seems to be on fire here so far. Let's keep going. Oh yeah. That's a pretty sweet chorus right there. Very energetic, very upbeat. If I understood the lyrics, it'd be very easy to follow along. It's very catchy. That synth is still going on in the background, and it puts a whole different feeling. Like if that song wasn't there, if that synth wasn't there, there'd be a whole different feeling to this song, in my opinion anyway. So it adds a nice little touch to it. Very, very interested to see how this keeps going. I mean, there's 5 of them, so typically in Japanese bands that we see uh, 5 members in, especially 2 guitars, with the exception of possibly Bandmate that we've listened to here. They usually end up both soloing or duoing together, so we'll see if that holds tradition with this. Visually, it's stunning as well. Yep, we're getting back into the chorus. I have a feeling. I did see one thing in this that I thought was what I was seeing throughout the whole thing, where there was a close-up of the drum set, and it appears to be a clear acrylic set. What's interesting to me with that is most drums are made out of wood, and the different woods produce the tone of that drum. And different wood, whether it be maple, birch, babinga, things like that, or a combination of them, change the not the resonance, but change the timbre of the tone that comes out of that drum, to be a much higher tone to a much deeper, more dark tone, depending on the wood. Acrylic you can't do that with because it's plastic, so you get the tone that the acrylic is made out of. The cool thing I like about acrylic is, and this has always been like a kind of dream of mine in a way, if I ever had an acrylic set, I would want to set up LED lights inside each drum. It might be annoying as hell, but at the same time, it'd be cool as hell. And then have triggers set the lights off as I go down the toms or as I hit different things. I just think the effect would be pretty cool. I have seen other people on YouTube. I believe Casey Cooper did it one time, and who did something like that where they put LED lights in their drums, in their clear drums, and it looks cool and under the right lighting. I can imagine it'd be annoying throughout the entire concert, but certain things it'd be really damn cool. Anyway, all right, I saw the acrylic drums. I wanted to point that out. All right, we'll get back to the song. A new section here. I'm gonna guess this is 3 solos. Yep. Oh, that's a great shot. Back and forth they go. Wow. All right, that looks like we're coming into a whole new section. I want to hear that again. That was really, really sweet. Started out with them going back and forth, and they did go back and forth throughout the whole thing. And then the one guitarist took it on a melodic line with the solo instead of just shredding. The shredding was fire, by the way. And then all the while, that synth is still back there. And it was at one point, it was almost like a trio. Well, it was a trio because you had both guitars duoing, and then you had the synth in the background as well. Very, very cool. Very, very good sound that came out of that. And it was fantastic musicianship. Now we're adding the synth. Trio. Very curious what's going to happen next. All right, I don't mean to stop it right there, but we're gonna go back. I mean that transition was absolute fire. They definitely have some progressive aspects to them, and the way they're changing up all their styles, and that's just really, really, they're really good. They're talented. That voice is beautiful too. Harmonized tapping, one of the hardest things to do. And now we're bringing this microphone or megaphone effect back. Sweet. Back to the heavy. Now we're going back into this chorus, which is fantastic. This band is just, they're nuts. This is so much talent. This is a great song too. All right, let's finish this out. Yeah, take us home. Nice note. Oh, that's creepy. Supervillan. That is really, really good. Let's talk. Wow, Hagane, Supervillan. Great song. Absolutely great song. So many different things in there, even a little bit of prog, and you guys know I love prog. Uh, so many different takes on that. I mean, their musicianship from this one song, great. It sounded to me a little bit like the drums, at least the bass drums, might have had. They're either mic'd very, very well, or they have triggers on them for the auto recording, which makes sense. That way you get the same sound all the time. But it sounded like they never deviated. So they're either mic'd very, very, very well, and the sound is done like top notch. You cannot beat it type thing, or there's a trigger on it. There's nothing wrong with triggers. A lot of people have a debate about whether triggers on drums are good or bad. Depends how they're used, in my opinion. If you're doing it for recording purposes and you're trying to get a very specific sound, a trigger's fine because you're going to get that same sound every single time you strike the head. Triggers really, I mean, a lot of people think that triggers are cheating, and they're not, because you still have to be able to play them. You're just not necessarily going to have to hit the same amount of power to get the same amount of sound. That's the only, you might get multiplication of the sound from it. Especially if you're going really fast, you don't have to be hitting the beaters on the heads as hard every single time to get the same sound, because the trigger is going to take out. So that's where people, I think, start talking about triggers are cheating, and they're not. Anyway, I don't want this to be a discussion on triggers. I was just saying that the drum sounded really good as far as the bass drum goes. Everything else sounded really good on it too, but the bass drum sounded very spectacular, and you could tell there's something going on there, whether it be super mic or a trigger. Anyway, again, the song, I mean, her vocals are fantastic, from everywhere from the regular singing. She went into that like airy, the airiness at the one part in the song, and the high range. She's really, really, really good. Those guitarists, oh yeah. The bass, from what I could hear, was absolutely great. It fit in perfectly. I'm curious if they have anything later on that features her more, because her parts seem to be pretty much straightforward with some lines here and there. But I loved it. Overall, I love the song. Great request. Yeah, so the easiest way to get your guys' requests is either, if there is one of those thanks things, you can use that, obviously, or the buy me a coffee link is the easiest way. That's where our second request comes from later, and we'll get to that when we get to it. Don't forget that I also stream both on YouTube and Twitch. Stop by if you want. We can chat about anything you like. Link to all my social media is in the description below. Go ahead and follow me if you're not following me. That way you can keep up to date with things that are going on channel and off channel if you'd like. I do post updates here and there on various different platforms. Don't also forget to vote in our Fan Choice Friday poll, which will be up next week. Where you guys get to tell me what to react to every single Friday. Very simple. Just go to the community tab, find the poll, pick a band you want me to react to. Whoever wins, that's who I'm going to react to. It's very simple. Can't be any easier. All you need to do is go and vote when it's up there. With that, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you all next time.